Favor is real. It's one of the package, one of the benefits for us as children of the living God. I want to share one of the testimonies that really showed the favor of the Lord upon my life. You know, God can lead you in one door because of favor, and that one door can open another 10 doors. You know? And before you know, you are in a, like, things are not just stopping. Just one door of favor can cause other doors to be opened. The doors you've been praying for years, one door of favor can unlock them all. Even the things you never prayed for, even the things you never asked for, they will just be unlocked. Boom, 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 boom. And you are there. This happened to me last year. So a friend of mine calls me. You know, they are those friends, they are on and off. They are not regular friends. But this time he calls me and says, Pastor, I'm talking to you as believers and as ministers. Everything we do for the Lord, it is in the ground. It stays there. So this man stays in Kenya, but he has been following all the things we did in Copenhagen. Pastor Jeff, you remember how many things we did and how much money we lost, but we did it for the kingdom. It stayed in the ground. Somebody was watching. So this time this man calls, he's in London. He says, Pastor Dan, I've been watching the things you've been doing for the last 15 years. But right now, I want to open a door that will really add value to your ministry. You know, it sounds like a joke. I say, okay, if you can, no problem. And then, which door was he talking about? He was talking about Pastor Ben Hinn ministry. I didn't ask for it. But now, the favor of the Lord is going before me. And now somebody's opening a door which is bigger than me. And I was even in the next 5 years of my ministry, I was not planning to host him. It wasn't close to my planning. So he calls me and like, the whole thing, so like, maybe this guy just wants me to feel good. I said, okay, go ahead. If you can, go ahead, you know. I wasn't excited because the whole thing sounded like what? A joke. Kumbe, the Lord was opening a huge door. 2 days later, he calls back. And he had told me, they will call you. Like, I think, say, are you ready? We are going to do a 3 call with the office of Pastor Ben Hinn. I said, what? After 2 days, I said, no, I'm not ready. Because it wasn't my dream, it wasn't in my plan. But now favor is gone ahead of. Seriously, I told him, I'm not ready. Tell them to call next week, Tuesday. Because I was like, I didn't want to be excited over nothing. I was like, no. But seriously, the Lord was opening a huge door. Then I said next week as if next week will never come. So it happened. Monday calls me, then be ready tomorrow. They are going to call 12 p.m. East Coast time. I said, okay, I'm ready. I told somebody about it. I said, are you crazy? A big door is opening for you and you are just praying around. I said like, now let me get myself ready. So I called. I didn't want to take their call, you know, because I didn't want to lie to them, to say things I don't have, which I'm not, what I don't have. I didn't want to lie. You get my point? So that's why I was like, no, don't, you know. So they called me, and to my surprise, the man had already introduced me by favor. I was already accepted. All the big questions I thought they were going to ask me, they were not asked. It's like, oh, it's a blessing to get to know you, and we shall be excited to come and support what you are doing in Boston. I said, what? Are you serious? Yeah. You know, it started like that, Pastor Jeff. And then I was still doubting until the video of Pastor Ben came saying, Pastor Daniel and your team, I'll be in Boston. You saw it, Pastor Jeff. That's what they call favor.